What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the RXFL. Hope you guys enjoyed the game that we had earlier. On the other side, we had a 2 seed and a 7 seed. Now we're having the 2 seed and the 7 seed on the blue side. So it's 2 versus 7 once again. And for the very first time, it's the Omaha Firebirds, the worst team in the history of the RXFL, has finally made the playoffs, and they are in as a 2 seed, hosting the defending league champion St. Louis Rhinos. The Rhinos have played in the last two Ultra Bowl RXFL championship games, losing 2 seasons ago and winning it all last season. It's the defending league champions, the St. Louis Rhinos, on the road to take on the worst team in RXFL history, the Omaha Firebirds, in the postseason. It's going to be in-game commentary for this one because I've already done a bunch of commentary earlier. Won't be streaming tomorrow because of all the NFL stuff, but hope you guys enjoy this one as the RXFL rolls on with yet another 3 seed versus 7, or a 2 seed versus 7 seed matchup. Enjoy it, guys.
The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Vikings and the Thunderbirds, and it's coming up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, the second of two on this Wild Card Saturday. It's our visiting team and our home team. Playoff football has arrived. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, partner, best time of the year. It starts with Super Wild Card Weekend, 3 days, 6 games, and this matchup as good as any of them.
Yeah, and really, it's so funny, Mike. We watch these regular season games all year, and it just seems like there's no way the intensity and the competitive spirit could ever be higher. But there is just something different about playoff football in the NFL. You can feel it in the stadium. You can sense it down on the field in pregame. Both these teams have had this as their #1 goal all year. Make it to the playoffs. Everybody has a shot, and we're about to kick this thing off and get rolling.
And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember talking to him earlier this season, Mike, and he emphasized the importance of winning their division. That guarantees you host at least one playoff game. Well, that goal, that's been reached. Now, they have their sights set on something.
Right away, they're coming after him, and they get him. A sack on the opening snap of the game.
Prior to the opening kickoff, the home crowd is rocking. They're on their feet cheering. Well, one play in, got a little quieter in here. This defense came out, and they took the fight right to them, able to bring the quarterback down for an opening play sack to get their defense settled into this one. Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put them in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second, and now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Getting your team to the playoffs, Mike, that's a massive accomplishment for any quarterback. But if he wants to take them on a deep run, can he find the balance of playing mistake-free football while also maintaining that aggressive approach that has gotten them here in the first place? It's certainly not going to be easy. This place is going to be rocking, and their opponents, they have championship aspirations of their own. But as long as he doesn't let the moment get too big for him, his team's going to have a shot to move on to next week.
Go! Back to throw. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Let's go! Go! They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
Now, a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4, but usually that's a holding penalty. Patrick motioning here. Now, faking the give. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Kadarius Toney, the intended target for that one. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. This throw, left side, caught by Kittle.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here we go, here we go. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. That's hot, left side, it's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
It's been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They'll go with the sneak, and he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Touchdown, Vikings. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
Zerline's kick, up and good. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead here on Super Wild Card Weekend. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Isaiah Rodgers now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Thunderbirds offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Looking middle, and he's got ground. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A-Rod now to throw on first down. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Up the middle they go. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down. They'll turn and hand this one off. Lane fills quickly. Only managed to get this to the 14. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the gun, Rodgers. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do, and man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
This returnable from the 4. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Vikings offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Patrick. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. I think he's going to lose a yard.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
3rd down and 9. Let's go. He'll drop to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. He'll get a dozen out of that one. Scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Those are the back-breaking plays defensively that you just can't allow. You have the quarterback dead to rights. You're about to get off the field, and instead, you let him turn into a runner. Big play, and he picks up the 1st down.
Inside the 10, it is caught. Out of bounds, but in business. They mark him down near the 2. Now it is 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's taken down on what should... Final play of this 1st quarter. So after 1, here on Super Wildcard Weekend, it's the Vikings with the edge. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go.
Now they'll set up to throw. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
And this is where the threat of run just opens up everything else in your offense, especially when you have a premier back lined up behind center. And this is one of those cases where the defense is so worried about how do we stop this ground game. You don't have enough guys to account for everyone in the passing game, and results in an easy touchdown.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Here comes the all-pro returner from last year, Rashid Shaheed. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Thunderbirds offense ready to get back to work. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Rodgers.
I'm not sure there's any position on defense that's undergone as much of an evolution as the linebacker position. In the old days, they were the physical tone setters. They were the tacklers. But now, it's their ability to hold up in coverage, like you saw there, that allows you to keep those guys on the field for all 3 downs.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Vikings offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's go now.
Throwing now from the gun. This one complete right side. Down to the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Thunderbirds offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. 3rd and 9. Rodgers to throw. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up 4th down. Now movement up front. It's a big decision coming from the officials.
Offense.
Who's the penalty on? Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he is on to kick it away. Now Tony to return it. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to look for the home run ball. And this will be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's into the hands of the receiver, Patrick. 11 yards for number 11. And a 1st down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Still on his feet. And he will go all the way. Tim Patrick. Touchdown, Vikings. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Shaheed now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. They'll begin here on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. He'll get this complete. That's the tight end, Noah Gray.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Vikings offense make their way out to take over once more. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
But he tried to fit in the slant, and it was intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. First and 10. Play action now with Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. And instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
Now a handoff running right. And a determined run there inside the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Rodgers. That's deep for the back of the end zone.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
And he's going to be close to that first down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a first down. Play fake. It's Rodgers. He's got it at the 7. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Gray is the motion man here. Here's a run. Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes 2nd and goal. Dobbs headed in motion. Throwing Rodgers. That one incomplete. They can't hook up there. And that incompletion takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3rd and goal for Aaron Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3? And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Wow. And he gets him out of danger and then some, up past the 20-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. He'll try a long ball looking for Tony. Whoa! And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
1st and 10 now from the 36. To throw, it's Rodgers. A ball deep for the end zone. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That's over the middle. Complete to Brown. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. He's got his man, that's Kincaid. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. And this will not be a spike, he faked it. And this is going to blow up on them. So much for a fake, it's a sack.
TV Sports jumping in. That was the game screwing me again. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. Some update. where after you do a play, it auto goes into the spike the ball, and apparently it did a fake spike, and boy, I was jamming the pass
Now
button with
back at
everything
the
I had.
4
And the game didn't want to
goal.
throw it, so just screw me, I guess.
From the gun, Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come...
This is caught for a touchdown. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see if this one holds up.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Thunderbirds are able to edge a bit closer. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. He'll push it downfield. This one for Kittle. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This, the second of our 2 games here on this Super Wildcard Saturday. We'll get it back out to you two in just a minute. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here on the NFC side of the bracket. And this one looks like it should be a dandy, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. The third quarter begins with a run. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Good pickup of 16 on that screenplay and a first down. Now give up the middle. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stick with him again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day. I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. This one caught by Patrick. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. He'll get this one out to his fullback. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll look to throw. That's complete. Left side to Tony.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to run, and he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that 4th down stop.
The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Rodgers here on 2nd down. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it's going to be 3rd down. Rodgers now. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty. Reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense, and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Rodgers going up top again. Off he goes.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A 1st down. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He'll be stopped after a short gain to about the 30. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Rodgers. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. That's over the middle to his tight end, Kincaid.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike, and what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells, so they can't afford to just dial up certain schemes to take away a run or a pass. They've got to defend the entire playbook, and so far they've done a great job on this drive doing just that.
A run on 1st and goal. And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Touchdown, Thunderbirds.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round.
Let's go now.
Hill drops to throw. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
That's over the middle and taken in by Tony. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. This is the NFL Playoffs on EA Sports. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle to Kittle. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
Ready. Go!
That one taken in. Touchdown, Vikings. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point try now for Zerline. He's got it. And the Vikings will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. On the return is Rodgers. Oh, he's got room past the 30. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Now Rodgers. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes...
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Play fake. It's Rodgers. This one, up top for Dobbs. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And while he's still a rookie and he's going to have his ups and downs, this is the player they thought they were getting when they selected him in this previous year's draft. I mean, he looked almost like a savvy veteran there, baiting that quarterback into that throw. He had great...
Let's go.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
On the set. Here we go. Set. Go.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Right back to him on 1st down. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Come on, set.
He'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
Okay, break.
He'll get this out quickly to his left.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, really for two reasons. One, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. Two, teams' willingness to go for it on fourth down is at an all-time high.
And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Let's go now.
They'll stay on the ground. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. That pass caught right side by Tony. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Medical staff will take a look, see if he can continue here in the wild card route. From the 2 now, here's second and goal. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw, and he'll take it on in. George Kittle. Touchdown, Vikings. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now Zerline for the extra point. And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far. So they're unable to add one more point onto this big lead. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. On the return is Rodgers. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10.
Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Winston. He's got his tight end, Kincaid. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Here's first and 10.
Ready.
From the gun, Winston. That's to Kincaid once again. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7.
Ready.
A second down throw for Jameis. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
Ready. Play that.
Here's Jameis. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the fourth quarter.
It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on fourth down.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me. Picks up a solid gain here on first down.
He'll take a shot here for the end zone. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Now a 3rd and 2.
Ready.
Now Winston. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully,
a throw left side, going to be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Zaire Franklin.
Offside, defense.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down.
Ready.
They'll go. Winston. He'll let this go deep for the end zone.
you find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it is a win for our visitors, the Vikings, as they are moving on. They got into the playoffs as a wild card. They get the win away from home in the opening round. Now they'll regroup and get ready for the divisional round next weekend. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.